Yo, so how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another GTA 5 video. So last week I put together a video showing you guys the top 3 best ways to make money in GTA 5 online, and going off the feedback, all of you guys really seemed to enjoy that video, as there was at least one method you guys could grind out and make a ton of money in no time. However, truth be told, some of the methods in that video have changed, they've been updated, so I thought I'd go ahead and put together somewhat of an updated version to that video. So as always, if you guys do enjoy this video and you would like to see me cover more money and RP guides in the future, all I ask is you do take 2 seconds to drop a like down below, and if you guys are new around here, feel free to subscribe as I do post daily GTA 5 videos. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so coming in for the very first method, and that's how you guys can beat this week's brand new time trial. It will only take you guys a couple minutes to complete and will earn you guys a very nice 100k for doing so. This week's time trial is called Cypress Flats and does have a par time of 2 minutes 7 seconds. Now once you guys arrive at a time trial, you don't want to do as I do on screen and fail knocking down this fence. So I had to include this in the video as it was such a fail. But nonetheless, once I fail, I get up off my bike, wipe myself down, and I get back to the process at hand. So the first thing you guys want to do is knock down this fence that's right behind the time trial. You are actually going to be driving backwards off this little dirt road so you can get onto the highway and save yourself 10 plus seconds. This is by far the best method to complete this week's time trial. I am aware there's a few different ways you can do this week's one, so it is particularly easy like I said. However, I did do the other methods and this way is by far my favorite. I've actually completed this on my first ever go trying this method, and you guys will see it is actually so good that I stalled on my bike for like 5-6 seconds and I still managed to complete it. It got to the point where I was actually going to restart the race right at the end because I failed so hard, but because I was so ahead of my par time, I was able to survive myself down and get straight back onto it. So as you guys can see on screen, you want to knock that fence down just to get rid of the barrels and the fence out of your way so you can go straight onto the dirt path. Now from here, you actually want to start the time trial so you can see the finish line, so you can set your waypoint. Now once you guys set your waypoint to the finish line, it's going to tell you to take a right down this highway you can see right here. I took some time out to show you this because it's going to make more sense in the gameplay. You basically want to avoid that first right off the intersection onto the highway. You want to go straight past up more to the city, and you want to take the highway that's more on the inner circle. So exactly where you can see me marking up now is where you want to head. This will make more sense once you see me do the gameplay. You can take another few of the landmarks I'm going to spot out to you guys. But as you guys can see, we're just going to follow a straight highway and then jump up a hill, and we'll be able to finish right here at the finish point. So go ahead and set your waypoint, and you guys will notice when I set my waypoint, as you guys can see, it's directing me down the right side of the highway. However, once we ignore that and go down the way I'm going to show you, you will get back on track with the waypoint, and all you got to do is follow it from there. Okay, so as soon as you guys start the time trial, you want to head down the area. You just knock down the fence if you guys remember. You want to pop as many wheelies as you want, go straight up this little dirt path and take an immediate left down this side to get straight onto the highway. Keep popping as many wheelies as you want. Look out for that red billboard, and then you guys will see you're straight onto the highway. Now from here, it's pretty self-explanatory. Keep popping as many wheelies down this highway as you want. Make sure you don't take a right off that intersection. You want to keep going straight like I mentioned earlier. We're not going to take the first right off onto the highway. We're going to pass this highway here, and we're going to keep going straight until we get the next turn in. So remember these landslides. As you can see, you're going under a lot of different roads, a very memorable area. This is why this is extra easy, and as you guys can see, you can tell when you're approaching the next turn because you'll see like the skyline from the city in the background. I know I did do a few time trials at night time, and a few of you guys asked why am I doing it at night. Sorry about that. I didn't realize that it is obviously a load more easier for you guys to see during the daylight. But as you guys can see, just take a right, then get straight onto this highway. If you guys are able to get onto this highway with under a minute gone in the time trial, then you're way ahead of your time like I am right now. And because you guys are saving so much time by doing this first part that I'm showing you, you will literally have like 5 or 6 seconds spare to mess up and still be able to complete this time trial. I did complete this a few different times, and I decided to use this gameplay here because I messed up so hard and I still finished it like I said at the start. So it goes to prove that if I'm able to mess up and waste 6-7 seconds hanging in a tree and I still can do it, I'm pretty sure the majority of you guys will be able to do it. However, once you pass that big factory, you're going to come to this little dirt path area. You'll notice now with all these bushes, you want to go in between the two roads. So you go off-road, as you guys can see on screen, onto the grass. Keep going straight because you'll be able to see the finishing line, and you basically want to cross the roads and then jump up this hill any way, shape or form. Now here is where I messed up. Look, I messed up once there by taking too long in the air, and then here, look at this. I'm literally sitting in a tree 5-6 seconds, and I thought to myself, do you know, I give up, I'm just going to reset. And I realized I had so much time to go that I just got up that little hill and just power forwarded and still able to finish it under the par time. So as you guys can see, you just want to go straight through all these windmills. This is pretty self-explanatory, and honestly, I've done a lot of time trials, as you guys probably know if you've been subscribed to my channel, so I like to give you guys my honest opinion, and this time trial gives you such a head start. This is practically impossible for you guys to fail. Moving on to the second best money making method, and that is by using a very specific trick that will allow you guys to beat the survival game modes very easily, which are currently offering double money and double RP, so you guys can make a ton of money and RP by just simply doing the trick that I'm about to show you guys on screen. The objective of these survivals is to basically complete 10 waves of enemies while remaining in the same area. Now of course, depending on your skill level will depend on how easy you guys find these survivals. The higher rank you are, the more weapons you have, you're probably going to find these a lot more easier. However, the tactic I'm going to be showing you in today's video can be done by any of you guys straight away, and it's extremely easy. So the very first thing you guys want to do is when you log on to GTA 5 online, head over to any ammunition and stock up 25 tear gas. So once you guys have stocked up on as much tear gas as possible, you want to press start, go down to survival, and you want to launch the survival known as the Sandy survival. The exact same one you can see on screen. Now what we are actually going to be doing is tricking the game into spawning the NPCs or the enemies on the location exactly where we're going to be dropping the tear gas. So what that's going to do is basically eradicate or take out all of the enemies immediately before you guys even have to shoot a bullet. Now there is a few tips and tricks that I'm going to make sure that I cover in this video, so all of you guys don't make any mistakes when doing this, because it is very easy to mess up if you guys do make a few basic mistakes. So the very first thing you guys want to do is you want to run over to this location you can see on screen and drop 2 tear gas right by this fence and this gate. Now what you guys want to make sure you do, the very first point is make sure you do this very quickly, because you guys will have to run all the way back over to this red room and aim your gun at the corner. By doing so, it's going to make the enemy spawn behind us right on the tear gas. However, if you guys are slow like I do here in wave 1, then what that will actually do is trigger the enemies to spawn in front of you, therefore wasting your tear gas. So like I said, make sure you guys have got the tear gas laid down on this corner very quickly, and you're able to run back to this corner just so you guys can spawn the enemies on your tear gas exactly the same way I show you guys this time. So as you guys can see, I dropped 2 tear gas down right by this location, run straight back over to the red room, pull out my gun, and I simply want to aim at this corner, and as you guys can see in the bottom right, my tear gas is just picking off these enemies one by one without me shooting a single bullet. Now of course, it is worth mentioning, as the waves do go on, the enemies will get stronger, so you guys will get a few odd stragglers that are running away from the tear gas. Simply just pick them guys off. They're very easy to kill because you're going to be taking out so many enemies in one big go. These guys, like I said, a few bullets or a shotgun and you're easily able to take them out. Now of course, if you guys aren't able to make it back in time, this red section is also a very good area in case you guys do mess up the tear gas, just to hold off, because you can put sticky bombs around this area, pull up your interaction menu, pull up your snacks, and as these guys are shooting you, just keep replenishing your health, because eventually what will happen is Rockstar Games of course will spawn in cars and helicopters in the survival, so you guys will have to be ready to quickly pull out a noob tube and just blow those up. They're very easy to take out. I'm sure the majority of you guys by now know how to take out a helicopter, especially if you own a homing launcher. This is really basic stuff, but like I said, a very awesome tactic that I thought I'd have to share with you guys today. However, moving straight on to the third and final method in this video, and this actually goes hand in hand with method 2. Every time you guys finish a game, you can simply just back out and go ahead and sell one of the most highest selling street cars in the game, which is the Sentinel XS. I'm pretty sure some of you guys might be aware, a few weeks ago I did show you guys how you could spawn in the most expensive car, which was the chrome and gold Dubster 2s. However, that method can be quite tedious and it can be quite annoying because you can't land it every time, whereas with the Sentinel XSs, you guys will be able to spawn these in easily every single time without fail. First thing you guys want to do is be in a free roam session. This could be a public session, an invite only session, or a crew session. It doesn't make a difference. Now, once you guys are in a free roam session, you want to wait until the in-game time turns till 9 p.m. or 2100 hours. Now, if you guys aren't aware how to check the time in your game, you can press start and it's usually in the top right, or you can just pull up your in-game phone and it will have it right at the top of your phone. However, once it reaches 9 p.m. in the game, you want to make your way to this point and you basically want to run this route that you can see me tracing. So if you guys start on this corner that you can see me starting on now, you want to drive towards the Eclipse Towers, pass one street, take an immediate left, and take another left, past that street that we just passed again, and take another left, getting back to the corner where we originally started. So it's somewhat of like a mini rectangle. So as you guys can see on screen right now, I'm running the rectangle that I just showed you guys, passing the Epsilon Tower, which is a pretty well-known spot, so look out for that. You just want to drive up this road and then take another left going towards the Tequila Lala bar. I can't even say that name to save my life, but this bar that you can see right underneath the billboard, you guys I'm pretty sure would know this bar. You want to take a look in the lane driving away from the Eclipse Towers, and then you guys should notice that I will spawn in a modded Sentinel XS. From here, you just want to park in front of it, jump out, jump in the Sentinel, and literally take it over to any of your owned garages within the game. Now, this is another great thing about this method. If you guys own an apartment at the Eclipse Towers, Del Piero, any of the still apartments, is literally less than a mile drive from the spawn location, so it's very quick. You can just simply go back and keep on getting them, try and stock up as much as you can. However, if the route I just showed you guys isn't spawning them in, then try and drive in the opposite direction of that route I just showed you guys. And as you guys can see now, I'm using a naked June buggy, so the car really doesn't make a difference. And as you guys can see, a Sentinel XS spawns in yet again. All I have to do is throw the person out and simply go ahead and park it in my garage. In case your garages do fill up, you can take this car over to any of your own garages and you're able to store it as many times as you like. And just in case you guys don't know, this is one of the highest selling cars in the game. Rockstar Games haven't lowered the sale price. It still does sell for 17.5k. So like I said, if you own at least one 10-car garage, it should take you about 10 to 15 minutes to fill that up, and that garage will now be worth $175,000, which is extremely good for such an easy and straightforward method. Now, I do want to show this to you just quickly of me selling the car in LS Customs. As you guys can see, $17,500. Now, the yellow version, it does spawn in a lot less, and you will get like 1,000 less for the yellow version. So if you do have the option to go for either the purple or the yellow, like I said, if you're going to do it for friend, always go for the purple version. Nonetheless, that's going to do it for me, guys. Hopefully you guys do appreciate me including 3 different methods in one video rather than just covering one method. So there's at least one method in this video for all of you guys to grind out and literally stack millions easy. So if this video has helped you guys out in any way, shape or form, and you do want to see me cover more epic money and RP guides in the future, all I ask is you drop a like down below, and also feel free to subscribe as I do post daily GTA 5 videos. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.